Okay, howdy y'all. So my homie Milk Snake asked me to send her a video of me editing vocal editing a track. I'm not like the best at all. But this is just me editing a track. Thing is, I'm don't have a soft song that I've been doing, so this is a rap song. I guess a rap song. I don't know. It's just harder shit, whatever. But I can show you guys how to mix this. In the meantime, let's see. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. So it's produced by Little Landmine, good friend, and everything's dry right now, like dry as fuck. All I've done so far is recorded my vocals and name everything, and that's it. Have everything pretty quiet. I always start off with this is the gain reduction that I have. It's a Joey Sturgis plugin. It's lit as fuck. Love it. Favorite. But those that's something that I have on literally every one of my tracks. So that's just one thing that I do. I'm gonna put these ad libs over here. Yeah. So let's start editing, and I'll talk through what I'm doing as well. So what I usually start by is just selecting the main vocal and the beat. I usually have everything pretty quiet just so I can turn it up and like after everything. Craziness. I've been doing this thing where I change the vocals to stereo. I don't know what everyone else does, but I do that. I dig it. And these are just kind of what I usually do. What I usually do is just try to compress it as hard as possible, but not like too crazy. But the crazier the song, the more compression. Yeah. And then next for me right now, it's everything's always depending on what song I do, cause like usually I might do a ton of layers like this, or I might even do like 4 or like 3. It depends. It really does. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm just EQing it, finding the the peak points. But that's what my shit usually looks like. I can't even talk. Let's also add. How loud is that? It's pretty loud. So if I put a limiter on it right now, it'll smash it hella hard. And I turn down the gain mostly just so I can have everything at the same level. Again, don't know if that's. So now that I have this pretty equal, like to the level I want it, I don't know. Sometimes I put an ensembler on it. I kind of feel like so because this beat's kind of like old school. They're like just I don't know. It's cool. I think it fits. And then I stick some buses, turn that shit up so I can hear it. Always the delay delay designer. That's hard. I think this would be tight. And remember, it's always just depending on what the song is. So usually I look through them more, but I'm just trying to show what I basically do. A good reason why I spend a lot more time looking through the set presets and stuff. I'm not the best at making them, making the making everything sound the way I want it to. So listening to the presets, listening to all of them, and changing as I want makes it a lot easier for me. Yeah, I should really learn that, but you know. Now that I have that space designer, just hella big, and let's add. I think I only want to add one more reverb to it, just because I don't want it to be too big, but I still want it to be kind of big. Very, I don't know. Echo chamber. That sounds tight. Go into a dark room. Want more denseness, more decay. Turn up smoothness, mode speed. I don't know. Mode speed always fucks me up. I hate it. Make it wider. And since I have it turned up hella, like, I just need to over exaggerate everything. See, I like that. That's hella tight. Okay, now that I have my main vocal done, what I usually do next, this one's gonna be my left one. Left vocal. Like a nut, but vocally. Okay, so now that I have my left vocal right here, sounds like that. What I'm gonna do is turn on the EQ right there on the 5K to 1.4, a negative 1.5. Just so because I don't want it to clash, clash with the other EQ. And something else I'm gonna do is turn up the compression a little more on this track. Yeah, a lot more exaggerated on this cut. And for this one, I usually stick the same vocal that I have, same vocals for three times, one middle, two left and right, but it's not hard left and right. It's usually 40 or 30% left and right if I'm doing something with more layers, because then I also have this other layer of hard left and right that's just hard left and right with a more intense vocal to brighten out the endings. Yeah, this sounds like what I like. And another 40 right there. And that's cool because with the gain limiter, limiting the gain that I did, makes everything the same level now, which is perfect. And let's lower these left and rights. Type. And let's change this name to right vocal. I usually don't name stuff all the time unless I'm trying to make a template or doing this. Okay, and the next thing I'm gonna do is do my hard lefts and rights, which I'm gonna also use the same as that one. And my first hard left and right, I'll do this left right here, which just really it is just the endings. And so what I do with these, like, peak this shit. I'm not even like, yeah, just make that shit dirty. I usually do this for even like a soft, like not softer songs, like a normal rap song where it's just like lit, like poppy trap. I'll even do this for that because it will give a lot more flair to it. Turn up the delay a little more, have it ring out. Hella nice. And then for the EQ, I usually stick it a little more towards the 2K. Like what? So it's more like next to it. Like it's a group. I want the vocal kind of sound like a group in the song. I don't know. It's crazy. My brain just works in weird ways where I'm stupid and don't know what I'm saying. Here, so I duplicated those. Let's rename those two. Hard right, hard left. Yeah, this sounds like what I like. Let's turn that down a little. Maybe the same level. It depends again. Let me turn it up a little. Yeah, perfect. It's not too much there, but it's not too much out of it, you know? Okay, now that I have these ones, I get to. I have most of these vocals ready because that's what most of my vocal set will be. I changed the verse and stuff a lot, but in this song specifically, it has a different verse entirely. It's like whispering. Or this part is a skit where I stab someone for stealing my jewel. So that's I don't really need to talk about that too much, I guess. Um, for self-explanatory. And here's the low verse that I have. And then my vocals go back into the scream and the yelling. And so for the yelling parts, I'm gonna drag these back up there. These sweet babies. These sweet babies. Those are also some more left and right. So I'm going to get some more of these guys. I could just cut it up and fit them, you know, because a lot of them aren't overlaying. But sometimes it leads for a cleaner transition. I like it. And drag these up. We're gonna have to do some totally different stuff for the low vocals though, because the low vocals are in a different thing on it, all on its own. These presets wouldn't help it, I think. This is just the chorus again from the beginning. I forgot to put these over there. These. I missed the D's nuts meme. Good shit. It was a good time. I'm gonna turn down the reverb on my main vocal a little. Yeah, I like that a lot more. Because the backgrounds already have it. And I'm even gonna turn it. Yeah, turning down those backups so they don't sound like flooded. Cool. So I have those. And let me just delete the empty space that I have now. Boop, 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 boop. I always find myself with just so many empty channels. I'm going to also delete my main channel where I was recording. Okay, cool. What I am going to do next is... I can either do the ad-libs, the backup people, or the low vocals. I'm kind of thinking... I should just go in order. I'll just do this first. Even though ad-libs are behind everything, and yeah. But order. Yeah, it's crazy. But here's my main vocal for it.
Where the fuck's my jewel, man? Bro.
Here.
Okay, Kevin, I seen you fucking take it earlier. I didn't want to say shit.
This one I don't want to put too much shit on.
Yeah.
Just because it's just not necessary.
Okay, Kevin, I
I'm going to compress it a little.
I didn't want to say shit.
I'm also going to...
Bro, okay, Kevin, I seen you fucking take it earlier. I didn't want to say shit.
Yeah, and there's just rattling stuff in the back. I was shaking stuff. Let me turn echo on a little. Not delay.
Where the fuck's my jewel, man? Bro, okay, Kevin, I seen you fucking take it earlier. I didn't want to say shit.
It's a good enough for me, man. So I need 4 of those, or 3 of those. And this one will be Kevin. And these will be people. Okay, now that I have those, I'm going to stick these people like willy-nilly left and right. Kevin's going to stick a little to the left. I'm going to stick a little more to the right. And these...
take it earlier. I didn't want to say shit.
There we go. There we go. Tight. That's what I wanted. And these are just the backups for the lows. Let's start on this low shit. Let's open up that pit. Not the most scariest, scariest lyrics. It's about me being high on DMT, thinking that everything's like Winnie the Pooh and shit, and killing Pooh. It's self-explanatory. And this one, let's just do the same thing where we test stuff out. I need to compress this one a little more just so it's not just wide. It's so quiet. Crazy kind of lazy, like a year on my tears they ran. Want the fucking honey? I got the poo up in my aim. Every nutty panic, but my demeanor just be the same. High on DMT, oh shit, I thought it was a game. Crazy kind of lazy, like a year on my tears they ran. Want the fucking honey? I got the. And same as this other stuff, I turn down the gain, then everything's gonna stick well more into the right level. Crazy kind of lazy, like a year on my tears they ran. Want the fucking honey? I got the poo up in my aim. Every nutty panic, but my demeanor just be the same. High on DMT, oh shit, I thought it was a game. Crazy kind of lazy, like a year on my tears they ran. Want the fucking honey? I got the poo up in my aim. Every nutty panic, but my demeanor just be crazy kind of lazy, like a year on my tears they ran. Want the fucking honey? I got the poo up in my aim. Every demeanor just be the same. High on DMT, oh shit, I thought it was a game. Crazy kind of lazy, like a year on my tears they ran. Want the fucking honey? I got the poo up in my aim. Every nutty panic, but my demeanor just be the same. High on DMT, oh shit, I thought it was a game. Crazy kind of lazy, like a year on my tears they ran. Want the fucking honey? I got the poo up in my aim. Every nutty panic, but my demeanor just be the same. High on DMT, oh shit, I thought it was a game. Crazy kind of lazy, like a year on my tears they ran. Want the fucking honey? I got the poo up in my aim. Turning up the limiter on the compressor hella just so that ending part doesn't go over. Yeah, perfect. Type. And then let me duplicate this one. Get a nice one of these. Left low vocal. Ventricle. Let's get that deepness in there. Turn up the compression even more on this. Poo. Tight. With the low ones, I don't want the backups being too close to it because then it's just going to sound like it's flooding. Okay, type. And what I'm going to do for, I have hard lefts and rights for these ones, but they are a little different. They are very open mouthy. I'm going to turn this middle into the. I want more reverb on that. And not as much like distortion, just more like wide. It's wide. And I want it big. Big boy. Yeah. Tight. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. It's very loud. Very loud. That's at 15. That's at 15. Let's stick this one at 15. I can't believe my ears too much, you know? Like, it kind of sounds loud to me, but I can't believe my ears. I gotta believe what I see, you know? Both. You gotta put both into perspective. Tight. So that one's perfect. Delete these empty spaces, and all we have left is the beautiful ad-lib. The beautiful ad-lib. Okay, let's look at this shit. Yeah, ridiculous. What I'm gonna do is get my main vocal. Oh, didn't mean to move that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take off the A that I hear right there. It's just I don't say A a lot. Damn it. I don't want to say A a lot, is what I mean to say. I like that. Okay, but with the ad-libs, I want this big. Again, it's not different from what I usually want it. Okay, this is turning out well. Tight. And what I usually do next, master it. And what I do with mastering is I do it all, and then I go into my car, listen to it, and see how I like it, because my car is a lot more mid out than my speakers, my headphones. It's better for me to listen in there. People are listening to it in their car and on their phone, so those are really what I want to test out. So what I usually start with for mastering is a multipressor. Turn up the 2 to get that kick just pumping. And since we had everything turned down hella, I usually turn up my out now. Turn up the 1 a little tight, and then I usually turn up the 100 on here. My only thing is I see on the beat it has the 808s are like hella fatty, so I don't know if this might need to go down, but it doesn't really need too much bass kick up. And then I also been turning on these corners just to have them on to cut off the sharps and the lows. But let me hear this. It doesn't look like the sub's too bad. Let me put a limiter on top of it, what I usually do, and just softly limit it, not like fuck barely any, because I don't want it to like just be limited and swollen and shit. So it looks like the sub's pretty fatty. And so I turned down the 1 a little more because I'm pretty sure that, like, come on, bro. I know that sub's a little peaky. Okay, so I'm gonna go test this out really quick. I'm just gonna call it Subtrap as my working title. Export it out as the MP3, just so I could get it fast and going. Okay, perfect. I just got back from testing it in my car. I'm also hella high. It sounded very good. I'm so happy that I turned down the 1 in the multipressor, because that sub is already aggressive as it is. It would have been so much crazier. Sorry, burped. But what I do want to do is these ad-libs in the beginning were hella quiet. And what I'm going to do is cut this, duplicate this one. I don't want to raise all of them. Like that's perfect. And then I also needed my main vocals turned up just a little. Perfect. And then I want to turn down my low ones just a little. I think that's perfect. Yeah, and the song sounds pretty great. Maybe I'll even... No, I'm not going to lower it because it slaps. It slaps really well. And I'm happy with it. And, okay, thanks, guys, for watching, if you dug it. And if you watched the whole thing. Sorry, Milk Snake, that it's not a soft song. I hope that this could help any at all. This is just... It wouldn't be too much different than what I do for a soft song. I do backups just like these ones and stuff. They're just usually held out longer. And then... But I'll do another video on a soft song when I do a soft song. I think that'll be tight. Okay, thanks, guys.